Aaron Gordon's evolution is one of the most interesting storylines in the NBA. He went from the number 4 overall pick and mostly a disappointment with the Orlando Magic to being a big part of the Denver Nuggets winning the championship. In this video, you're going to find out why exactly Aaron Gordon didn't work out with the Orlando Magic and how he was able to transform his game and become a huge contributor to the Nuggets winning the title. Aaron Gordon was one of the top prospects in the 2014 draft. The scouts loved his size and incredible athleticism for the forward position at 6'8". His high-flying abilities made him a human highlight reel, and he had a good year in his lone season at Arizona, but he didn't exactly set the world on fire with averages of just 12 points and 7 rebounds per game. The scouts viewed him as a great prospect that could do many things well on the court, particularly on a defensive end. His physical tools allowed him to slow down the other team's best player, as well as be one of the few defenders that could legit guard 1 through 5. But there were some serious holes in his game, particularly his shooting. Aaron Gordon did shoot 35% from 3 at Arizona, but it was on low volume at just 1 attempts per game. He also shot just 27% on 2-point jumpers and a horrific 42% from the free throw line. Due to his severe limitations, he wasn't a dynamic offensive weapon. He was viewed as a great prospect, but the scouts were unsure if his true upside was great at the next level. The Magic ended up taking Aaron Gordon with the number 4 overall pick in the 2014 draft. Aaron Gordon got off to a really slow start, only averaging 5 points per game in his rookie year, but he did steadily improve, and by his 4th year, he was averaging a career-high 17 points per game. But that was as high as his scoring would get to on the Magic, and he would regress to just 14 points per game in his final year with Orlando in the 2019-20 season. He became a good starter for the Magic, but he would never reach the all-star status that they hoped he would reach. The Magic knew he had a lot of weaknesses in his game during the scouting process, but they hoped he could improve his weaknesses and maximize his potential. Head coach Frank Vogel tried to use him as a secondary creator behind Nikola, but Aaron Gordon struggled mightily in that role. He just didn't have the shooting or shot creation ability to be a good go-to option. So when Steve Clifford became the head coach of the Magic in 2018, he simplified Gordon's role and made him more of a Swiss Army knife type of player. In the 2020-21 season, Aaron Gordon was frustrated with the Magic and demanded a trade. He cited many reasons for his frustration, such as the team's futility, and he was traded to the Denver Nuggets at the trade deadline. This trade to the Denver Nuggets ended up being the best thing for Aaron Gordon. He transformed his game on the Nuggets, and playing next to a superstar like Nikola Jokic allowed him to take a much lesser role on offense. Instead of being heavily featured on the ball and taking inefficient pull-up jumpers, Gordon embraced more of an off-ball role. He got a lot more open looks from cutting back door and getting wide open dunks, often off of the Joker's passes. As a result, Aaron Gordon averaged 15 a game on a career-high 52% shooting in the 2021-22 season. The next season, Aaron Gordon's scoring would increase to 16 a game, and his efficiency would get even better with a 56% field goal percentage. At this point, Gordon had developed a great chemistry with Jokic, often getting lobs and dunks from his passing. He was devastating as a play finisher, and Gordon's three-point shooting, which had been a major weakness throughout most of his career, also improved to the point where he couldn't be left open. Another area of his game that grew is using his size and strength to bully smaller players. Aaron Gordon has learned to exploit mismatches by sealing his man, catching the entry pass, and going straight up for a strong finish at the rim. He really embraced an off-ball role this season, and as a result, he's had a career year. And on the defensive end, he became Denver's top defender, often guarding the other team's best player, as well as having the ability to cover multiple positions. Aaron Gordon's lockdown defense was a big part of the Nuggets winning the championship, because in each round, he was able to hold the other team's best player below their normal production. In the first round, the Nuggets beat the Timberwolves in just 5 games, and Gordon's defense on Cat was a huge reason behind Denver quickly eliminating Minnesota. Aaron Gordon played really physical defense on Cat, and as a result, Towns' scoring and efficiency was way below his regular season averages. In the second round, the Suns were the favorite to get by Denver, but they ended up losing to them in 6 games, and a huge part of that was Aaron Gordon's defense on Kevin Durant. Few defenders can match up physically with KD, but at 6'8" with a long 7-foot wingspan, Gordon is one of the few defenders with the reach to make KD's pull-up jumpers difficult. KD still scored 29 a game in the series, but his efficiency was down from 56% in the regular season to just 45% in the Nuggets series, and a lot of that was due to Aaron Gordon hounding him. In the Western Conference Finals, Aaron Gordon did a great job defending LeBron as the Nuggets swept the Lakers, and while LeBron still had a great series, when Gordon matched up with LeBron, he defended him really well and forced him in the tough shots. And in the NBA Finals, Aaron Gordon did a great job at slowing down Jimmy Butler. Butler had been averaging 27 a game in the playoffs, but in the finals, he averaged just 22 points per game, and a lot of that was thanks to Aaron Gordon's stingy defense. And along with being a defensive stud, Aaron Gordon was a huge part of the Nuggets offense. His constant rim pressure completely destroyed opponents' game plans to slow down Jokic, as he could punish double teams and traps by cutting hard to the basket and getting lobs and dunks. And he had some games where he absolutely caught fire, with his best game being a 27-point performance in Game 4 of the NBA Finals. Throughout this championship run, Aaron Gordon has been the unsung hero of the Nuggets, consistently slowing down the other team's best player while providing a huge spark offensively. Thanks to transforming his game and embracing more of a complementary role next to Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray, Aaron Gordon became an important part of a championship team. In Orlando, he was miscast as a number 1 option, but by adapting his game, by becoming much more of a cutter and play finisher and defensive-minded guy, he was able to find his ideal role. Aaron Gordon's career progression reminds me a lot of Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins was the number 1 overall pick back in 2014 for the Timberwolves. They also tried to make him the number 1 option, but he really didn't live up to expectations for them, so they ended up trading him to Golden State. And for the Warriors, Andrew Wiggins adapted his game and embraced a completely different role. He became much more of a defensive-minded player and an off-ball guy, and he was a big part of the Warriors winning the championship last year. So it just goes to show that a lot of times young players need a change of scenery in order to reach their full potential. And a lot of times, if a player is struggling as a go-to scorer, that means that they're better off as a role player. Just because a prospect has a great physical profile doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to develop into a star. Aaron Gordon deserves all the credit in the world for adapting and improving his game and becoming a huge part of the Nuggets winning the title this year. Anyway, that's how Aaron Gordon evolved his game and became a champion. But that's going to be it for me. Now I want to hear from you guys. What do you think of Aaron Gordon and the Denver Nuggets winning the title this year? Tell me in the comments. Guys, if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more dope content just like it, please drop a like on the video and hit that subscribe button. I also think Aaron Gordon has a chance to help turn the Denver Nuggets into a legit dynasty. Click this video to find out why. Guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next video.